Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I hope you're all well and having a really great day so far. Today's video is an introduction to my 2023 Fast 800 Weight Loss Diary series. So grab yourself a drink, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. If you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I'm not new to the Fast 800. I did have some success losing weight on this plan last year, but I did start to struggle not just with the Fast 800 but also my YouTube schedule. It was very difficult to balance everything with work commitments at the time. If you want to know more about what the Fast 800 is and what's involved, I do have a dedicated video on this from last year, as well as my first week on the plan, and I'll link those in the description box in case you want to check them out. But in short, the Fast 800 is a Mediterranean style diet which cuts out sugar and is low carb. It's also ketogenic, so because you're not having sugar and very few carbohydrates, your body stops burning sugar for fuel and starts burning fat. And it also incorporates time restricted eating, which my video will explain more about that as well. I started a new job just over 4 months ago, and now that I've settled in, I feel ready to prioritise my health and give the Fast 800 another go. I've said on my channel before that my husband and I would very much like to start a family of our own, and it's becoming increasingly likely that I'm going to need some help with fertility treatment. I have PCOS and the Fast 800 seems to work really well for me, especially when I compare it to other diets that I've tried in the past. There's also reference to women with PCOS having success on the plan in the Fast 800 book, and I will link that in the description box in case any of you want to check it out. Basically, I just want to get myself as healthy as possible, and this is something that I've discussed with my doctor. The Fast 800 isn't suitable for everybody, so I would always recommend discussing with your doctor whether you're looking at starting the Fast 800 or any other weight loss plan. My videos are to share the experience of my own health journey and in no way intended to give you guys any advice. I'm not qualified to do that, so you should always consult with a professional to discuss your own needs, your situation, and also what's appropriate for you with your medical history. I want my channel to be a really positive space where we can support and encourage each other. If you've clicked on the video, maybe you're starting a health journey as well, or at least thinking about it. You might be halfway through or even at the maintenance stage. Either way, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and let's get a community going here. I don't think there's anything wrong with being plus sized, and I want to be really clear on my beliefs around that. People can look amazing at any size or shape, but I know that that might sound like a bit of a contradiction, being as I'm starting a weight loss diary series and I'm plus sized myself, so I will try and explain a little more. Being plus size doesn't necessarily mean that you're unhealthy, just as being thin doesn't mean necessarily that you are healthy. You could be plus size and still fit enough to run a marathon, or you could be thin and not too far away from having a heart attack because you have a lot of fat around your internal organs. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to tell you what you should or you shouldn't weigh. That's completely personal choice, and only you know what's right for yourself. Let's be honest as well, our weight is probably the least interesting thing about us. It doesn't define who we are as people, although sometimes I think it does feel a little bit that way with how much airtime everybody's body shape gets in the media. For me, it's more about a lifestyle change to become fitter and healthier, and being totally honest, I don't feel fit and healthy at the moment. I also want to increase my chances of having a family, be that naturally or through the help of fertility treatment. In the UK, you have to be below a certain BMI for some of the fertility treatments to be available to you. It's a bit of a postcode lottery, if I'm honest, as to what's available in your area, but that is certainly the case in mine. I don't want to limit our options in any way, so this is the primary reason for me wanting to lose weight, and I think that's the right thing for me in my situation. I've gained around 4 stone since 2020, and the majority of that was during lockdown, but I'd say that I'd probably gained around a stone, well maybe half a stone to a stone in the last 6 months. I've noticed that some of the things that I wouldn't even have thought twice about when I was fitter and healthier have started to become more difficult for me. Doing housework, for example, I get out of breath, I have to take breaks, sometimes my lower back starts aching, and obviously it takes longer to do these jobs, which can be really frustrating. So working on my physical fitness is definitely also something that I want to work on while I'm on this health journey as well. I also want to work on my body confidence because I've never really felt comfortable in my own skin, and I think that this holds me back. It's true now at the size I am, and it was also true when I was 7.5 stone lighter and all of the sizes in between. So I don't think that losing weight is automatically going to make me feel body confident. I think this is something that I'm going to have to work on separately as part of this overall journey. We only get one body, and I want to feel happy and comfortable in mine no matter what size I am. I'm sure we could all do with being a little bit kinder and more accepting of our bodies in general anyway, but I thought that it was really important that I also share this side of the journey with you, as well as talking about the weight loss. So I weighed in this morning, and I will put the stats up on the screen so you can see, but I'm just going to look at them on my phone. So my starting weight is 16 stone 6.4 pounds. Currently my BMI is 41.3, and I think for my fertility goal I need that to be below 30 in order to qualify for IVF treatment should I need it. Body fat is 53.7%. Subcutaneous fat, which is the fat below the skin, is 45.9%, and the one that I do find a little bit scary is the visceral fat, which is the fat that is around your internal organs. So currently mine is 23, and I think that the recommendation is for it to be around 10, so that is something that I definitely do want to bring down. Body water is 31.8%. My muscle mass is actually 7 stone 2.4 pounds, and that is above average. So it'll be interesting for me to see as I lose weight whether that level of muscle mass is maintained, because I know with some diets you can actually lose muscle as well as fat. I don't really want to lose muscle, but obviously it's the fat that I'm more interested in. Bone mass is 6.4 pounds. Protein is 9.1%, and my BMR is 1,415 calories. So all of these measurements that are green are currently, good, but as you can see, a lot of these readings are not in green, they're in amber or even worse, red. So I do want to hopefully see improvements across all of these different measurements as the coming weeks go by. Initially, my first goal is obviously going to be to get my BMI below 30. I think for me, with my height, that means that I need to be below the 12 stone mark. So this is going to be my first target. Hopefully when I get there, I'll see how I feel. If I'm coping okay with the eating plan and I'm enjoying myself, then, I may want to lose a little bit more. But I'm going to keep an open mind at this point and just see how I feel when I get to that first target. I have taken all of my body measurements as well and logged them in the same app, but measurements wise, the only one that I'm particularly concerned about is my waist measurement. It was 42.88 inches. I'm apple shaped, so I store a lot of my weight around my middle on my tummy, and for that reason this is why my waist measurement is particularly high. I would like to see that measurement be below 31.5 inches, just because that's something that the NHS recommends. If your waist is below that measurement, you're less likely to have heart-related problems. So that's something that I would like to achieve. As I've said before, I will be doing regular upload videos once a week on a Wednesday to share the good, the bad and the ugly of this weight loss journey experience. I've just got back from Florida, so I will be uploading my Florida vlogs first, but you'll be seeing the first Fast 800 update video on the 12th of July, and then the videos will be uploaded weekly after that. Also this week I'm going to be uploading a video about my top 10 tips for starting or restarting the Fast 800. These are just things that I did before that really helped me. They just made my life a lot easier on the plan. But I'm also going to be implementing them this time to give myself the best chance of having a great first week. So that might be nice timing wise, that if those videos go up, maybe you might want to implement one or two of the tips yourself. And it just gives us a couple of weeks to prepare before you know, the week 1 update goes up. Before I go, I just wanted to quickly address a comment that was made on one of my older Fast 800 videos fairly recently, and they weren't being rude or anything like that, so I'm not calling them out, but I just wanted to address it in case any of you also had similar concerns. So basically they were saying that my opinions weren't objective because I was being paid for the video, and that the other viewers should be led into thinking that I was their friend. I'm just going to address this point by point. So firstly, none of my videos that I've ever posted on YouTube to date have ever been sponsored. If I were to work with a brand and have a sponsored video in the future, I would clearly state that at the start of the video and also in the comments, because I want to be completely transparent with you. If the product links in the description box are affiliate links, then I will always make that really clear to you. What that means is that if you shop for the book using my link and you choose to buy it, then the seller will pay me a small commission for, in effect, gaining that sale for them. But as I said, I always disclose that very clearly. Now obviously if you've watched my video, found it helpful, and you want to purchase the book using my link, I'm extremely appreciative of that. But if you don't feel comfortable and you want to search for the book yourself in whatever search engine, of course you can do that. You're under no obligation from me. The choice is completely yours to make. I'm a very small channel and YouTube is not my job. As I said earlier, I started a new job fairly recently and I do work full time, and that's what pays my bills. So I don't feel obligated to give anybody a favourable review. If I do offer an opinion, it's because that opinion's my own, whether that's good or bad. I am a normal person and I do hope that I come across as chatty and friendly, because that's exactly what I'm like in real life, except maybe I swear a little bit more than I do on here. I hope that that's clarified a few things and addressed any concerns that you possibly may have had. I hope that it did, because it's really important for me to be transparent with you. Anyway guys, that is it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos from me, including my weekly uploads, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell before you leave. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Enjoy the rest of your evening.